Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I thought since it's the beginning of July and we've made it over halfway through the year that I would do a mid-year / specifically June, because that's like really what's on my mind right now, reviews / favorites video. Okay, so let's just get into it. Some of these things I can breeze by, and then some of them I'm like, wait, I need to like think about this. Like the books, I want to be able to say something about the books that I've read that I really liked this year. But let's just start with food, because that was the first category that I wrote about. So, I just realized I don't have like any clothing, accessories, anything like that. It's not to say like I don't like buying things. I just noticed that I didn't add anything to the list. But if I think of something, I'll add it. Anyways, let's do food. So the first thing I want to talk about is sweet potatoes. This has been a huge year for me for sweet potatoes, and specifically I like to eat them with goat cheese. I like to I haven't done this recently, but I used to really like to cut them up, put them in the air fryer with some like just paprika and garlic salt and olive oil. But then once they're cooked, I would put goat cheese crumbles and eat that. Or if I eat it just like a baked potato, I'll eat it with goat cheese. That's really huge for me right now, still. But my newer obsession is plain Greek yogurt. I hated plain Greek yogurt my whole life. But I've come to realize like how versatile it is. So today I had it with some like jalapeno chips, and I just like dipped them in the yogurt. So good. But I've really been eating the Greek yogurt with berries and honey, and it's so good. Okay, I have two more on this list. Another thing, this is more like consumerist, I guess, but specifically been going to the bookstore Stories, and they have a little bakery, not bakery, they have a little cafe there, and they sell these like pastries from this other bakery. I keep forgetting the name, but they're so good. I got the almond croissant twice, and then I think it was like a cardamom roll or something like that. Everything I've gotten from there is delicious. So yeah, I'm really into that. Also, I'm really into hot coffee in the morning, and then hot peppermint tea at night. So that is my food items. Let's move on to music. I've been really into Figure Eight, the album Figure Eight by Elliott Smith. It's kind of funny, I was driving to Stories to get my little pastry, and they have a billboard for the 25th anniversary of Figure Eight. So it's all connected, and I was listening to Figure Eight in the car. So that's huge. It took me a long time to get into Elliott Smith. I think like I just knew him for his like sad songs, and like there were songs that I liked from him, but I never really ventured into like his discography until like a couple months ago, because I read a book about his life, and that's what really got me to listen more. And then like he's not what my preconceived notion of him. His songs are not like just pitying sad song. I mean, there's so much more complexity to him. Like, I don't need to tell you guys that, but like, yeah. Anyways, also been listening to Wagon Wheel by Darius Rucker. Pathologically been listening to that song. And I have a country playlist on YouTube that I've been listening to, which of course features that song. It's the first song on the playlist. So yeah, if you want that playlist, I will give it to you. As some of you may know, I don't listen to music on Spotify, Apple Music, anything like that. I listen on YouTube, which is challenging, but sometimes it's like good to give yourself a little bit more friction. Like, we live in such a digital, easy world, especially with like AI. Like, sometimes you need to give yourself friction. And that is definitely one of the ways that I do that for myself. Okay, let's move on to TV and movies. I have absolutely 0 movies on this list. Let me look really quick. Oh, I'm using my phone. I'm using my phone to film, so I can't do that. Yeah, no movies. Sorry, movies are out. Movies are dead. Oh, wait. No, I have 1 movie. I saw Companion in, I think, January. And the only reason I thought about that is because someone online mentioned just seeing that, and it reminded me that was a really good movie, fun, unexpected, totally a great time at the theater. But other than that, I'm not a movie watcher. I have been watching The Valley. Love The Valley. Last night was a really good episode. And then I've been watching House. Like, every day I watch House. I go on my walking pad. I play my guitar. All these little things that I could be watching YouTube, I'm watching House. And that has been incredibly healing. Okay, let's do hobbies and then we'll do books. Because the books one is like the big one that I have to really think about. This will probably be like cut in half. I'll probably end this portion of the video after I do my hobbies. So my hobbies have been zine making and my little drawing exercises and my little sketches. And it's just been really fun. So yeah, that's all I have to say for right now. And then we're gonna move into books, okay? Hi guys, I'm back. It's a couple days later after the first portion of this video. I just got out of the shower, just washed my hair, and I have to show you this. Okay, so I shave my arms very irregularly, but I was shaving my arms the other day, like over a week ago this happened, and I just like cut myself, like, you know, a little nick. Didn't think about it. It did hurt and it was bleeding, but I didn't think much of it. You know, we all cut ourselves shaving sometimes. It has been reopening. Like, this wound is so large for what it is, and I keep accidentally scratching it and reopening it, and it's like, is this ever gonna heal? And then I started thinking, like, I started grossing myself out because I was like, I think that I cut into like an artery. Ugh. Okay, I can't talk about it. Anyways, I have some more things I want to talk about. Obviously, last we left off, I said that I would get into the books, but I wanted to like think about them more. I haven't done that. I just kind of want to go off the cuff. Like, I think I can do it. You know, am I gonna miss out on things I want to say? Sure, but I'm not thinking about these books. The only book I'm thinking about is Social Practices because I just finished it. And that is the one book that I do kind of want to like gather my thoughts on. But all the other books I read so long ago that like I don't really care. I'm not going to be like thinking about it. I do want to add, I don't know if I talked about this in the last video, but something I've been really into is just like plain lattes. Oh, in the last video I said I like hot coffee for breakfast or in the morning and hot tea at night. This is like the daytime, in the day, my iced latte that I make at home with just is it Califia? It's one of those brands of like espresso, like just plain flavorless. I think it's like dark roast, and then whole milk. That is all, and it's so delicious. Really enjoying that. In the morning, my coffee is, I use Italian sweet creamer, but I don't use creamer in this. I just use milk. Okay, but anyways, I do have some products because I have gotten some products recently. The one that I'm like the most into is this tiny, I want to get a full size eventually, not now because I'm like really broke right now. But this Glossier You Fleur, and I got this with, it was a free trial or whatever that I got with the Perfecting Skin Tint. And this is another one of my, I guess, notable products. I haven't used it that much because I don't use makeup that much. The first time I used it, okay, so before I was using this Lumi Le Glow tint, and I felt like it was kind of like a more affordable version of this, like something really lightweight, and like buildable, I guess, if you want to. And I had just gotten this very recently as well, but I was just looking very sickly. Like I would put it on, it looked fine in certain lighting, and then I would look in the mirror and it was like, whoa, like this is scary. So I put this on, and at first I was like, oh, this looks a lot better. And then I also did not like that. This does not match my skin tone at all. So I decided to mix them together, and these two together work for me. So I thought I'd mention that. Anyways, that's my products. Let me try to think. Is there any other products? Well, I don't have them with me, but I really love I think they're called the mini t-shirt from Uniqlo. Is it Uniqlo or Uniqlo? I kind of like Uniqlo. So they're just these little, maybe I have one in here actually, because this is my work drawer. So all my black clothing is in here. But they're just like a mini little cropped t-shirt. I also got this sweatshirt from, I think, Uniqlo. Not sweatshirt, it's a sweater. Yeah, this little sweater. I don't remember what the material is. Let me see. But the other one is like, I'm pretty sure it's cotton. What does this say? Oh, 100% cashmere. Okay. Me likey. I like cashmere. I don't know why I said me likey, but I'm gonna stand by that because that was what I was feeling like saying, and I said it with my chest, and I'm not gonna take it back. So, anyways, yeah, that was like I think that was my first time shopping from Uniqlo. No, I've shopped one time from Uniqlo years ago, but that was in store, and that was like kind of an emergency purchase thing. That was my first time buying from the site, and I was pretty happy with all my purchases. So anyways, let's like see where we left off. Oh, I mentioned my zines and that I was making zines as a hobby. And I have this zine that I made, which is like the most like actual Like, all my other zines are, like, you know, not, like, I felt like a hack. This makes me feel like I really am doing this, like, I'm in this game. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's, like, little mini stories based on photos from my camera roll. I've been distributing them in the little free libraries, and the 2 that I've distributed were both taken. So that really made me feel good, and I put 2 more out. So we'll see if those get taken as well. Shout out to the people that took my zines. Thank you for the support. Hugs and kisses. So anyways, let's see what else. Also, I have to mention, like, something that I started doing this year is my 10,000 steps. I think I started that in February, and it has been, like, so life-changing in the way that I schedule my days, because before this, when I wasn't working, I really had no direction. Like, I woke up on a day that I didn't have work, and I was like, I literally don't have anything that I have to do. And that just makes your day feel so, if you're like me, it makes you feel really, like, I don't know, it makes you feel really purposeless and confused and kind of all over the place. So now it's like everything is built around, like, okay, I have to do my 10,000 steps. And then since then, it's like, oh, let me add on this thing. Like, I have to practice this song on guitar. I have to, those are the 2 main ones right now. But regardless, like, it has really changed the way I spend my days, and, like, given me a feeling of routine, and given me a feeling of discipline that I never had and that I didn't believe that I could have. Like, I did not see myself as a disciplined person, and I still struggle with that in other aspects, but knowing that I could do that every day has been, like, a real self-esteem booster. So I had to shout that out. And I am using a walking pad. Okay. I also want to mention, going back to music, this is so jumbled and it is what it is, but music. I've been listening, and when I say I've been, what I mean is that I'm going to start, because I just was listening to it in the shower, Light's Siberia album. I used to love Lights. I still love her, but, like, I used to really, like, listen to her all the time. And I just kind of rediscovered the whole album, Siberia, and I'm going to be listening to that a lot. So I thought I'd mention that. Also, in the car, I've been loving to listen to the Whiskey Town album that I got at the music store. I don't remember what it's called, but I think any Whiskey Town album is, like, just really easy on the ears, you know? Movies. I have added a new movie. Last night, we watched Born on the 4th of July with Tom Cruise, and I have not been able to stop thinking about it. It was so intense and sad, and it also had, like, funny what am I trying to say? Funny moments. Sorry, I just totally, whatever. And it was gorgeous, like, the cinematography, and Tom Cruise, like, his performance reminded me of Magnolia, and, like, the intensity of it. And I just really admire his, like, that he really puts everything into these roles, and like physically, emotionally, like we all know how crazy he is, like the Mission Impossible, like jumping off buildings and stuff like that. And it was kind of like similar to the character, because it's like the story is about this Vietnam vet who, like, he enrolled himself into the war, like extremely patriotic, and wanted to be like this like good man, like everything that, you know, he's told is like the right thing to do, you know, serve his country, be this like hero. And he is, you know, he gets injured, but he's not even like immediately disillusioned. It takes like a little bit, like he's still like really, like he gets home from this like brutal recovery, and then he's still like, well, first of all, everyone's treating him horribly, like the way that people treat veterans and the way that America, like institutionally, treats veterans. But like the people on both sides like treat him horribly, and this is all to say that like his character kind of mirrors Tom Cruise in real life, like his like tenacity and like, I don't know, like full dedication is what I'm trying to say. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I just thought it was a really beautiful movie. Okay, let's get into books, shall we? Does this look really cute? Okay. Okay, yeah, I mentioned Social Practices by Chris Kraus. And I wanted to kind of like, I had notes. I was literally about to write some more notes, and then I decided to just film this. But essentially it is a book, like a compilation of interviews and essays and just her writing about, and yeah, like interviews, just everything compiled about artists and artist ways and practices, and like why they do what they do and where their philosophy comes from in regards to their art. And if you're into like art, if you're an artist, I highly recommend this book. It was so entertaining. It was really yummy. That's all I have to say. I do have to say more, but I can't right now. Also Service by John Tottenham. I thought it was Tottenham, because I'm pretty sure that that's how you say it in England, but I heard it pronounced Tottenham. Tottenham, I think. Is also a book to do with kind of, well, it's about writing. It's about a writer who works at a bookstore, and oh my god, this video is 15 minutes long. Okay, I really have to like keep going. Okay, the 90s. I've talked about this ad nauseum. The 90s, Chuck Klosterman. It's all about the 90s. All's Well was one of my favorite novels that I read this year. Like super dark, mysterious, fun, funny, really like naughty in a way, you know. It's like, oh, I don't know. I really loved it. Very evocative too. Okay, Ask Dr. Mueller was my favorite short story collection. Very short, to the point. It really reframed the way that I see and think of how to write a short story. And then my last book that I'll mention is Champagne Supernovas, which was a book about 3 of the big 90s fashion people. So we've got Lee McQueen, we've got Marc Jacobs, and Kate Moss. And so if you're interested in any of these people, or all three of them or a combination of the two, I highly recommend this book. There's also some other people that I really felt like got a lot of shine in this book. There was a woman named, oh my god, I'm forgetting her name. Isabella Blow. Very interesting character, and like a real person, obviously, because this is a nonfiction book. But yeah, it just goes through their life, their kind of highs and lows, and was really fun, interesting. Again, if you're into fashion, or even like if you're into like the 90s, this is a good book. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave us today. Yeah, this was a long video. I hope anyone watched this. If you watch this, leave a hibiscus flower, and I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.